Yes, it should. Yes, it absolutely should. Complete with him, with a still image of him and the mouth moving, saying, "I must go now. My planet needs me."
Okay, we're on the air, or at least we should be.
Okay.
Can we get a double check to see how we sound?
Check.
We're good.
No, I mean,
Hello?
somebody to go on Breaker and check the quality. So yeah, we're broadcasting live. Man.
We'll be in here in a moment. We'll be back in West in a moment. Hopefully we won't sound like potatoes there.
Mighty number 9, more like mighty number no dimes.
No dimes.
They made enough dimes through the Kickstarter. I'm sure they've...
Everybody knew that game was shit a year ago. They shouldn't be surprised.
That game is a fucking testament to social justice.
So is
no, that game is more a testament how stupid crowdfunding is for video games.
Well, yes and no. I mean, like, I wanted to see something good, but, you know, you put the money in the wrong people, and this is what happens. I mean, how do you think Microsoft felt after Lionhead Studios, you know, basically zhushed them out of stuff, you know, for the past, 10 years or some odd, ever since they released, you know, Fable 2, which was such a disaster, and Fable 3, which was equally a disaster. Only that one actually saw the light of day.
I mean, I always thought it was Mega Man with not even a fresh coat of paint, just a different coat of paint. I mean, how good was it really going to be?
Not even different. It was the same damn color. They could have made the robot green, but no, it's just a blue little robot.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It was, you know, it's a neat idea and everything, and so is Ukulele, for example.
By the way, if you want a good Mega Man game, and that's free, look up Mega Man X Street Fighter. It's like free to download and it rocks.
We're live in West.
All right.
I believe that we're live in West. Hi, West.
Looks like we're live in West.
Yes, we are.
Mega Man X Street Fighter. It's so fucking good, guys.
All right, so we're going to start again here. This is episode 213 of Smark Snark podcast. My name is Gunner, and that is Omega VR.
That's what you get for walking up in Vegas.
Exactly. And also joining us this week is our wonderful technical producer, Mr. I'm going to shoot him in the foot sometimes, Yankum DDS.
Oh, you don't have to. I do that enough on my own, thank you.
Donkey Lips is here this week.
You're not getting a response out of me, sorry.
All right, Donkey Lips. Vassar.
Ooh, I don't know.
I thought so. Jester's here.
You know, you took me away just as I was close from getting the high score for killing imps in the new Doom.
I think this is a little more important than that. And also joining us this week is Stavo's dog.
Howdy ho, neighborinos.
Special guest, say hi.
Yo, too sweet.
Yo, too sweet, homie. That's Croc's tag team partner. All right. So let's start off here with the news. So we're gonna talk about Sasha Banks. No, we're not. I'm lying. Roman Reigns has been suspended for 30 days for his first violation of the WWE wellness policy. Dave Meltzer reports officials knew of the failure before Money in the Bank and before the Battleground Triple Threat match was announced. Although the suspension expires days before the pay-per-view, meaning the match could still happen. He will, however, miss the first live SmackDown and WWE draft. Reigns apologized to family and fans on Twitter, saying, "No excuses, I own it." So, I came home from work today, and that's what I saw. How do you guys feel about it?
Get fucked,
Hashtag
Roman.
new meat order.
Get fucked for doing steroids. We always knew he got gassed, but we didn't know it was literally.
I just hope it's Coke or like LSD.
In the new era, Smark Tears are on the banned substances list.
That was good.
My response was basically,
Oh God!
"Oh wow, what the fuck just happened?"
Oh God!
Jesus!
That sounded like
response.
D-Bry as a robot in hell.
Well, that sounded like the roboting problem that we've been having, lately, Mr. Yankum. I'm just saying. So whatever that comes from, you need to stop it now.
I have no idea.
I figured as much. Our technical producer, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so this is a big deal. He's going to miss basically the two biggest shows of WWE. Hey guys, the ratings went up, but we'll get into that when we get into ratings. And this should be interesting to see going forward how Roman will be pushed.
Well, he's still going to get pushed. This is like Orton going on
I don't know
the
about
wellness
that.
list. I think it's going to be exactly like how they treated Randy Orton, where he was punished. He got, the slap on the wrist, and then he was right back where he was before.
It's interesting because before this came out, Meltzer was speculating that part of the reason they put the title on Ambrose was because the house show attendance was virtually the same between the so-called A shows and B shows. The A shows being shows loaded up with stars, headlined by Roman Reigns, of course, and the B shows headlined by Dean Ambrose, and then they would throw in, maybe the New Day or Sasha Banks, but the B shows mostly having a couple of stars, Ambrose the biggest of them, and then a bunch of, the Wyatts and the Vaudevillains and stuff. But the attendance was virtually the same. So,
It's just kind of strange that all of a sudden the whole idea of Roman being pushed down our throats has been suddenly brought to a halt. I mean, it's like it's over. It's like we suffered through a whole terrible portion of wrestling where this guy was being pushed down our throats that nobody liked.
It's not even close to over. They're about to introduce a second brand. SmackDown could be 2 hours of Roman Reigns getting pushed down our throats.
Exactly.
Well, then we won't watch SmackDown.
Well, exactly. That's exactly the point. If it's 2 hours of Roman Reigns being shoved down my throat, I'm not going to watch that show. I'll watch Raw, or vice versa. I mean, that's going to be the beauty of the brand split. You're not going to have to watch, all wrestling to get, to get across what's going on. Because I'm sure that you'll half the show, if you remember the old shows, were Raw recaps and SmackDown rebounds. So yeah, I'm going to get enough Roman Reigns in one of those.
Brought to you by Snickers.
Brought to you by Castrol GTX.
Oh God,
He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy. He's not the guy. He's just a drug addict.
I liked this one better. He's not a good guy. He's not a bad guy, but he knows a guy.
He knows a guy.
That's pretty good. I've got it though. I know what he was taking. It was Stacker.
What was he taking?
It was Stacker 2.
Oh Jesus! There's a name we haven't heard in
Jesus
age.
Christ!
Which is on the banned substance list.
Really?
It is really.
Yep.
Isn't that something that you used to be able to just get over the counter?
Yep.
I think you
Still get
still
it over the
can.
counter. Yep.
And there's a Stacker 3.
Did they have to change the formula of it though after the big controversy?
Yeah, because it had this not the
Something
stuff
really
that
bad
makes
in
meth,
it.
but a similar chemical.
Okay, speaking of other things that the WWE are panicking about, according to Meltz, Big Money Meltz, it's now just seriously realizing that they have to fill 2 rosters with this brand split, and are calling lots of 40-year-old guys to return for the new era, including Carlito, MVP, Stevie Richards, and others. NXT roster is likely to be rated for the split, with at least 6 top names being called up, including Finn Balor. So, they're signing
NXT's dead.
everybody. Well, NXT as you know it right now is dead.
I guess that's
The
what
end of the
the end
beginning.
meant.
NXT is turning back into FCW.
Get ready for No Way Jose as champion.
I'm all about that. I think he's
Yeah,
alright.
not really. I mean,
Jose.
that might be what NXT kind of becomes. Guys like Jose and Ty Dillinger kind of working out their.
I think Ty actually gets called up.
Yeah, I agree. He's
Yeah,
getting
I would
called up.
assume. He's been in developmental for God knows how long, since FCW.
Can we send Baron Corbin back down there, please?
Please.
No,
Well,
Big
you know what?
Badger's going to be
You
a
know
star.
You know what? That's actually kind of a viable point, because what if some of these guys who are kind of lost in the shuffle on the main roster, even when they do the split, maybe they do get sent back, and that way NXT still remains kind of a viable brand,
I think Jack Swagger would be great for NXT. Someone like that who could coach a little bit, too.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. But moral of the story here, I expect a bunch of old names to come back. I expect them to last a year, and then they all drop off.
AKA sign fucking everybody.
They're going to sign a bunch of people from the Cruiserweight Classic, too, that are probably going to all end up in NXT, more than likely. So the roster will be thinner, but it's going to be replaced by new guys. And there's still interest in, like, Adam Cole and others. And Moose.
I could see them bringing
Still
back Hero.
Moose.
Could you imagine Fat Chris Hero coming back?
No.
Oh my god, yes.
Only if
I don't
we
think
get
Vince
back
would
to
permit it.
wrestling.
Could you imagine Hero and Joe having a match right now?
Let's
Think
just
about
have a
that.
sumo match.
Just the slapping. Just
they
the
call Chris
slapping
Hero-
noises in that match alone.
Who's your hero?
I'd
It's
rather
Chris
not.
Hero.
Okay, I don't know if
Speaking of,
Weir is talking or
Yeah, no, yeah.
There
no,
we
I was
go.
gonna say,
there
yeah,
you go,
no.
buddy.
I was gonna say, are they gonna call Chris Hero the artist formerly known as Cassius Ohno? Or
could.
yeah,
very well.
Well,
could.
they could
All right.
because KO Kevin Owens.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's true.
That's going around. I hear
No,
somebody
that's
putting that on.
that's going to be their feud. They're going to feud over who gets to be KO.
Be the artist
Sam,
form-
yeah,
Mm.
be the artist formerly known as Stay Puft.
Like,
Jesus. All right, so
oh, that was a little heavy-handed there, Omega.
moving right along.
Well,
WWE really wanted
WWE.
rising
levity.
WWE. Oh God, WWE really wanted
WWE.
rising star Will Ospreay for the Cruiserweight Classic, but his New Japan deal prevented it. There was a very sport-like presentation for the tournament, and the 205-pound weight limit is being enforced. There is more of a push for experienced wrestlers that can tour immediately when hiring new talent, as opposed to the original aim of the developmental center to turn athletes into wrestlers. I'm sure
Jesus Christ.
that athletes, I'm sure that turning athletes into wrestlers still happen. I mean, the beginner class is still there. I know Croc is too poor to be that much of a mark to go to the beginner classes at WWE, but I could totally see him doing that at some point or another. Isn't that right,
Hey.
Donkey Lips?
Hey! Don't you fucking talk about me like that, you son of a bitch.
Hey,
Oh, watch out. He's going to cut a promo on you.
Uh-oh. Oh, I'm so scared.
No, really, you should make fun of him, because if he does turn out to be good, then he might stay with the podcast, and then
I'll
could have
never,
somebody.
I'll never name drop you again. I'm gonna big league the fucks out of you guys. You're gonna pay me to be on here. I'm just kidding.
I'm not paying you shit. You can suck my circumcised cock.
Anyway,
Anyway,
too much
this
information.
is
He's
really
gonna debut
cool.
as he's gonna debut as I don't care, Pierre.
So I like
No,
that
seriously,
they're
that's mine.
actually enforcing the weight limit. That's fantastic.
They've actually got some alternates as well in case, for whatever reason, somebody doesn't pass their their health regimen or.
I think.
Well,
how big is
they
Tommaso
still need
Ciampa? Because he's going to be in this, and he's got to be pushing 205.
Well, they need.
Or are they going to kayfabe the fuck out of it?
They need the replacements anyway because right now Rich Swann is hurt. He blew out his shoulder.
No,
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
Mm-hmm. So we don't know that those replacements may end up being called sooner rather than later.
All right. Well, you know what? I gotta open this one for Rich Swann.
All right. Speaking of drink beer, raise some hell, Jerry Lawler and his fiancee Lauren McBride were arrested on Friday morning on domestic violence charges. McBride claimed that she was hit in the head, pushed against a counter and stove until to kill herself after Lawler presented a gun. Lawler claimed McBride came home drunk, threw a candle at him, kicked him in the groin, and was threatening to kill herself. WWE has suspended Lawler indefinitely as per the domestic violence policy, and the two are due back in court on July 1st. So, Jerry Lawler beat Deborah? More like beat
So
Lauren?
silent! No one can hear you. Not even the gun that got put on the table when I told you to kill yourself.
So basically they gave two different sides of the story. Lawler says that she brought the gun out. She says that he brought the gun out. Making her look like an idiot and them look like an idiot. And it's like, no.
Oh no, they're both clearly idiots.
So I don't see, in this case, I see Lawler trying to get everything smooth over, but I don't see him coming back anytime soon, which leads to the question, who's on SmackDown doing commentary?
Corey.
That's
Nobody
who you
but
want. That's who you want, yes, but who are they going to put?
I think Saxton's going to pull double duty.
Yeah, either that, or
Please, no.
they could bring back Booker. Just
They need
until
they
Lawler's
really need
done.
someone as a bad guy to work with Morrow. That's how he works best, really. It's one-on-one with a dude who can talk shit, like with Boss.
It would have to be someone like a Corey because
It's just Corey Graves. Who the fuck else are they going to add? Like,
They're
name
trying to
anyone else that they could add.
Rich Brennan.
Didn't he get fired?
Wait.
Didn't they fire like half of those guys?
Yep.
So who the fuck else are they going to add? It's a perfect pairing. It would
Tom
totally
Phillips.
give that brand its unique. Even if they added Tom for a 3-person booth, that wouldn't be bad at all.
So I got
Could
to
you
worry
imagine?
about.
Okay, so I would like to see, to be perfectly honest, what if Morrow did it by himself?
Joey Styles it.
Yep.
And
If
he
you
do
want
that.
a unique view, I would have Morrow do it by himself.
Okay, for a
can
second
do it.
there,
You
I'm
could
sorry,
pull
for
it
a
off.
second there, I thought you said Joey Salads, and I was like, no, that's a horrible idea. And then I was like, no, wait, that's a great way. That's a great idea. And you just have him interact with Enzo and Cass, and then you just, like, Guido the fuck out of SmackDown, and it'll be fantastic.
If I had a dime for every time that Yankum was politically correct, I'd have 0 dimes.
It's fine. They call themselves Guidos.
Speaking of somebody who's enjoying his white privilege, Paige was reportedly detained and giving a psych evaluation after Money in the Bank, where she was seen arguing with Alberto Del Rio in front of Caesar's Palace, and then attempted to run across the busy Las Vegas street. WWE is looking into the matter, but she was cleared to wrestle on Raw. So apparently, she was just something went wrong.
She had a
Two
head
couples where the dude is like 20 years
by Del
older than the
Rio.
lady, and they both went fucking nuts. Wonder why that is.
So it's couples drama, plain and simple.
They didn't have a kidney pie at the Grand Emperor's buffet.
Listen, she got dicked down too hard, hard by Del Rio, and she couldn't handle it when he said, "Yo, you're acting crazy right now."
Either that or she found a escort in his hotel room that was younger than her.
You think he's taking
Who
hints from
said-
Jerry the King Lawler?
Who said it was an escort? For all you know, it could have been one of the ladies.
What are you talking about? Escort. Jesus Christ. Can we stop talking about hookers on this show? I mean, come on. We got past
Well, they're
I
great
mean,
professionals.
Sonny was an integral part of this show for a long while, so I don't think
Hey,
we
she
should.
was. Hey, man. Sonny's 30 days sober. 90 days sober.
So
I don't believe that.
One of the two.
Hold on for a second. I think this is the first time we've talked about Sunny on this show where we're not announcing that she's done something awful in at least 6 months.
So
Give me a
we
second
could call her a
here.
hooker.
WWE paid for her rehab. Give me a
Has she
second.
done anything at all this year? I can't.
All I know
remember.
is I'm
A little
looking-
bit.
She's been locked away in a room. That's why.
It still counts, Croc. It still counts.
Barely.
Okay, so WWE paid for the rehab. It's been 90 days since she's been sober.
Exactly.
Um,
There you go.
What should we call it? Yeah, it's the best decision she's ever made, and she's sticking with it. So good for her.
All right, let's talk about Adam Rose, who has been cleared of his own domestic violence charges. This news story should have been right after the King one. For now, he was selling a shirt featuring his mugshot on Pro Wrestling Tees, drawing ire. Rose claims it was his wife's idea to help continue his income. Okay.
I
Sure.
like real life Adam Rose because he's way weirder than the actual character Adam Rose.
Here.
Can he please be on something fun? A television show or something?
I feel like that's not okay.
What
Why is
happened to
it
your
okay?
mugshot on a T-shirt? Why not?
Vince's mugshot's on a T-shirt.
Damn
Well, I mean,
straight.
well, I guess he's been cleared of it or whatever, but at the same time, like beating your wife, like in the range of things that are
It's
like
her idea.
Does it-
That's the
to not
Does it-
cool.
Does it really matter how you got a mugshot? You got a mugshot. Why not use it?
Well, I mean, if you get a mugshot because you went to like, you know, Philadelphia and painted like a Joker face on the statue of Rocky, like a mugshot for that, okay. Like, but beating your wife, you know what I mean? Like, there's doing stuff that's funny and you get arrested, or you were drunk, and
The
then there's
Joker is a murderer.
See, not cool. Murdering people is not cool. I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say that killing people is bad.
That's your
So
opinion.
that's a no-go on the O.J. Simpson shirts.
It depends. Is it investigation juice? Because if it's like Nordberg, that's fine. Let's talk about wrestling.
Speaking of bad ideas on this next one, hooey.
You can purchase a 5-minute call from Ric Flair for, I think this is missing a decimal. It says
It's not.
$495.
It's not.
It's not $495. It's $495. Gee,
Why? Not one person will do this.
Why not just 500?
Well, because $495, 5 less than 500, so that's 5 more times that you could call after you call him $495, and you know, brother, the 141% chance of being disappointed.
Yeah.
there's a
No.
Scott Steiner thing going on here somewhere. I just can't put my finger on it.
Look,
We
if
don't want you to put
pay-
your finger on it.
Look, if you pay
You're not even trying to-
$495 for a phone call to Ric Flair, you've got a 31.7 and 2/3 chance of Ric Flair being drunk on whiskey. You throw in the extra $5, making it $500, and you got 75.87% chance of Ric Flair being drunk on vodka. You put those two together, you've got 163.7% and 2/3 chance of Ric Flair being wasted on some kind of drugs as well as being drunk on simultaneously vodka and whiskey. Or something. I don't know.
What?
Can I just pay 10 times as much just to drink with Ric Flair?
See,
Yeah, I
that
would pay
you
$495
do
to
for
go have a
free.
drink.
So there are 11 of us in this chat right now. If we all put in $10,
You are
That would-
fucking awful.
You would have
man, dude.
$110.
yes, okay, I'm a little bit off.
And then we could call Sonny instead.
No, for $110, you could do more than get a phone call from Sonny. But let's move along.
No, actually, you could get one of those photos where it's Sunny and you in bed and you're spooning.
Yeah,
That's so sad.
I don't know if
Because-
that's a good thing or
look,
a bad thing.
if you're going to get herpes, you might as well have photographs to remember about how you got herpes. Let's do the 15-minute time limit.
Speaking of herpes, oh Jesus, your soundboard is gone. So ding, ding, ding. 15-minute time limit.
I wanted so bad for Virgil to pay for one of those photos, and then just sit in the bed alone.
That's mean, Omega. That's just plain mean.
Speaking of mean, the Golden Truth defeated Breezango in the pre-show.
This was one of the
Why do
funniest
we have to
matches
watch
I've
that?
ever seen.
Surprisingly enough, yeah, the big it was one of the most story intensive matches of the night. The story being that Golden Truth locked and turned up the sauna on Breezango, so their skin was all red and cracked, and they
The
couldn't
tanning
even tag
booth,
each
yeah.
other. Or yeah, the tanning booth. I mean,
Oh, and kudos to whatever WWE makeup was in charge of that burning, peeling skin effect, because that was gross and funny at the same time.
Kind of like you. Lucha Dragons
Thank you,
defeated
thank
the,
you.
The Lucha Dragons defeated the Dudley Boys.
Does
So
anyone
the-
remember this match?
I don't. The Dudley Boys. Come on, Dudleys. What are you doing with one of the best heels in the company right now? And he's playing the nostalgia act still. I mean, we complained about this at WrestleMania. Let's stop this and let's put him up and let's put Devon down at NXT and let's let Bubba do his thing. Because
We want Bully Ray back.
Because a Bully Ray versus Dean Ambrose match is something I want to see. God damn it!
Ah, my balls!
You know what I want to see? A good match would be Bubba Ray versus Kevin Owens, I think.
They were just gonna bounce off each other.
I know, that'd be fun as shit.
But no, I'm saying they would really play well with each other. I mean, it would be fun. Yes. New Day did retain the tag titles over Enzo and Cass, Gallows and Anderson, and the Vaudevillains.
Okay, this
Who didn't
was
Who didn't expect this one?
it was a fun match, but if you rewatch the end, Anderson and Kofi were the legal men, and they pinned English. What the fuck?
It was a fun match, but it was incredibly sloppy.
Yeah, especially like the last 2 minutes where you just see everyone in the ring just having no idea what to do.
Yeah, it got so clusterfucky at the end, the ref lost track of who the legal men were.
That happens pretty
Yeah.
often, though.
I feel like this should have been the moment where New Day dropped the titles. I mean, they had, a few good teams to do it to. I mean, it was what could have been match of the night ended up being, just all right.
I think
Which was disappointing.
they're putting the titles on New Day until they break that London and Kendrick record, I would imagine.
Right.
Yep. And then I think it's going to go straight to Enzo and Cass. I mean, obviously, a face-to-face, tag team kind of thing is bad. But if they have another triple threat match, or fatal four-way or something like that, and they pin the Vaudevillains, I wouldn't be terribly surprised if that were to happen. And I don't see New Day breaking up at all. I see them going after individual titles up to this point, because I think that's exactly what they should do. They should go for all 3 individual titles and stay together, because they're fucking hilarious. Baron Corbin defeated Dolph Ziggler, and that's all you need to say about that match. So Charlotte and Dana Brooke defeated Natalya and Becky Lynch.
That's really all we need to say about that match, too.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, I thought you guys might have something to say for Natalya turning heel. I mean, this is like the first time.
I am interested.
That feels kind of a heel day with this pay-per-view.
This is not... Did you just say this is the first time Natalya's turned heel?
Yeah, I thought so.
No, Natalya's been heel multiple times. Remember when she was like the Divas of Doom with Beth Phoenix?
Yeah, he's right.
Oh, yeah.
And there's also that revamped Hart Dynasty thing, right?
But
that doesn't really count, because that was like, she was just a part of the Hart Dynasty, and the boys were actually the thing to worry about there. But yeah, I could see where you would say that.
But let's just mention Becky was going to turn heel on Sunday, and then they flip-flopped and said, no, let's have Natalya do it.
Well, I think they realized that they don't really have any good face women anymore, except, Sasha, who we saw on Raw finally, thank goodness. By the way, what about the end of that match on Raw too? The whole Dana holding the foot.
Oh yeah, Dana completely fucked that up. She was trying to put her foot on the ropes, but then eventually just held it there instead of leaving
that's
it
going on
ropes.
Botchamania. Plain and simple. Not on the ropes, but holding it up under the rope so it's connecting with the rope.
To be fair, it looked like they tried. It did look awkward at the time, but then I'm not sure that Dana getting thrown out of the match was planned, so they tried to save face that way. Of course, it didn't matter because the match ended 10 seconds later, but still.
All right, moving on here. Apollo Crews defeated Sheamus in an okay match.
So it was only okay, and nobody really cared too much about it. I know Apollo Crews is a nice guy and everything, and everybody's hoping to like him. But to me, he's coming off as Cena 3.0, and it's driving me a little bit nuts.
What?
Huh?
So, okay, Roman is Cena 2.0, and Apollo Crews is Cena 3.0, and he's this happy, smiling guy who doesn't have any personality, just like Cena was.
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah,
I don't know if I go that far. Hell, I liked Lashley.
Really? You would choose Lashley over Apollo Crews?
When Lashley got going, he was interesting.
He's at least twice the wrestler that Bobby Lashley was when Bobby Lashley was in WWE.
Right.
And Lashley, who has the voice of a fucking 12-year-old girl.
He sounds like this. Huh?
You're a bastard.
Oh, come on. Not Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he does. He sounds like this. Really, really high out there. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna rape your mother. I mean,
what?
Lord.
Can we talk about AJ Styles defeating John
Talk about
Cena
an actual
in
match, please.
Oh my god! The ending of this match. I was not mad until the ending of this match.
Why?
Because it's just more of Cena can't lose clean.
What JBL said was the God's honest truth. The match was ruined.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the whole point.
It was
to build for a second match.
Yeah, but come on. I mean,
I know it's
So
stupid.
nobody, even though
I'm not arguing it's not stupid, but it's the entire reason why they did it.
So even though he signed that contract, nobody thought in the slightest that there was any possibility of the rest of the club coming out and kamikazing Cena. Really, people? When he signed that program, I thought that was the only thing that was going to end.
It's not that we weren't expecting it. It's that we were hoping it wouldn't happen because it didn't really need to happen.
Or it would be Finn. If it was Finn, I would give no shits.
That's never.
If it was Finn, it would be a whole different ball game and a completely different conversation we'd be having right now. But I hate the way that they book the club. God damn it!
Yeah.
Just let them kick. Just let them kick ass. Just
Well,
let
no,
them
that's
drink
not
beer.
allowed.
Everybody does.
Heels aren't allowed to be badass in WWE. They have to be chicken shits who can only win by cheating.
I mean, yeah, you're right. And then, job to the Usos and
Exactly. I want to see them. I want to see them drink beer. I want to see them say screw you. I want to see them get bleeped. I want to see them, be like, no, screw this, and just, be anti-authority because that's exactly what they should be.
Oh my God.
Exactly
What's
Speaking
really
of getting bleeped, fucking AJ. Oh, I was cracking up when he was beating on Cena at the beginning and maybe towards the middle when he said, "This is the best he's got." Shit, I fucking died. They bleeped it, but I know exactly what the fuck he said, and it's hilarious.
You pretty much want Carl and Doc to be on there cursing, saying the word fuck and everything, just like how they were in Japan. You forget. This is a PG product.
Right, but you can still keep it a PG product. You just say at the bleeps.
they don't necessarily need to.
Can't
do all
drink
that.
beer.
It's just you can.
Yeah, you can.
Austin
does it.
Remember,
Is
You can't
Austin.
smoke.
remember,
You can't
Big
smoke.
Show got censored. He couldn't drink on the fucking podcast. He had to put that towel up. You can't say Austin can do it.
Yeah, but
and then
that's
everyone else
self-censoring.
can.
No, but that's self-censoring. That's the WWE network. That's not,
Right.
the
We're 4 minutes.
moral of the story here.
Let's move on. Yes.
We're 4 minutes
More-
and 40 seconds here.
Okay,
Ambrose
so
won Money in the Bank. This was a damn.
we're gonna
good
lump
match.
that into. We're gonna lump that into the end.
Okay.
Rusev
defeat. Go ahead.
Rusev defeated Titus O'Neil, retained the U.S. title by submission in the most awkward match ever.
Oh, it was a couple of hard-hitting hosses, and that was wonderful. It was the end of this match that had me saying, Vince, all this thing you say about family and the PG show, you just pretty much buried that into the ground now.
I don't remember Titus being so awkward looking before, but maybe he's been like that the whole time. Like, he looked pretty stiff and not fluid at all doing the wrestling stuff.
So he looked like Titus
And-
O'Neil.
And
He's
that
never
weird-
been very fluid, or he's always been a big, stiff football player, and he's never really got it.
Has anybody
At
ever
least in the ring.
kissed? So the honest question: when you were kids, did anyone ever kiss their father on the lips?
Fuck no.
Oh god!
That was
No.
a little weird in
It
English.
is, and it's so weird that they really focused in on it. I don't know.
Well, I doubt they knew that was going to happen. Jeez.
Oh my god.
Different cultures.
Different strokes for different folks.
Aren't
Yeah.
they from the South?
We do not promote
Or something.
incest off that
Oh,
statement
dear
that he
Jesus!
just said.
Moving on.
That's not what I meant by
Moving on.
from the South. I'm just saying in the
Stop
South.
it, doggy lips. Stop
You
it.
would know.
Florida.
Way
That's all I
down
can say about
south in
it.
Dixie.
Sorry.
All right, so Seth
So like a
Rollins.
rat in 2013. So like a rat in 2013, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship got passed around between 3 Shield members.
Aye. Seth
I like
Rollins defeats Roman Reigns to become the new World Heavyweight Champion.
That
As he
was
should.
it was what we predicted last week.
It was a good match. I
It was a
enjoyed it.
very good
Surprising,
match.
and Roman held his on. We will say this: he's getting better. If he kept progressing like this, then he maybe should have the title in 6 months instead of them putting it on him a year and a half ago.
The problem is Roman only has good matches like this with his other Shield buddies. It doesn't translate outside of that.
Yeah, I mean, like last month, when he
Also,
fought
I
AJ,
would completely. Yes, I would. When he fought AJ, I completely disagree.
it was,
I
it was
thought that
so
he had a great match.
obvious. It was so obvious that Styles was carrying him, and in this match, it wasn't really. It was pretty equal.
Yeah.
And then the thing that nobody saw coming, but we probably should have.
Everybody saw it coming.
Yeah.
Everyone
teased
saw
it.
Like, the moment Dean won just kind of solidified that he would be
Yeah.
walking out as champ, you know?
Yeah,
First, though, let's talk about that fucking Money in the Bank match, because holy shit, there were some crazy bombs.
Yeah, and there were
Kevin Owens still walking.
Yeah, Kevin Owens taking it on
yeah.
that ladder, like, when it was standing.
Alberto Del
Oh
Rio
my
is the
God.
MVP of this match. Them fighting at the end, I thought was a great segment and clip that they're going to use for years to come, with all six men being on top of ladders and whatnot. I thought that the match that was the ending that we deserved. I thought they were going to swerve us for a second there, and they were going to give us Sammy as the winner. And then Owens came into the picture, obviously, but I'm looking forward to them to keep feuding, going and going and going. I really hope they have a last man standing match at SummerSlam, because that would be fun. That would potentially end the feud.
Frick, they're going to be like Batman and the Joker. They're never going to end. They're going to be going at it until they both die.
And unlike Orton and Cena, it's not forced. That's the best part about it.
yeah. I like the
destined to do this forever.
I like the 6 men on the ladder. I'm kind of hoping at some point we get, rather than just one obvious guy climb the ladder and get it, have like multiple people up there, and then somebody. It's not totally clear who it is, but somebody gets their hand on it, and you know what I'm saying.
They like fight over it at the top.
Yeah, well, yeah, and then somebody actually grabs it, even if they happen to be the highest person, because they end every Money in the Bank with one person finally going up and managing to get it. Nobody.
All right, there it is. All right, that's the end of our 15-minute time limit. So that's it. And I want ice cream. You guys want ice cream? Because I want ice cream.
No.
I want whatever Roman's having.
I want whatever Roman's
Weed
having.
pistachio.
Drugs, please.
He's having weed pistachio.
All right, brother. Let's puff pass here and go down through the Dairy Queen drive-thru. Exactly. With the ratings, Vassar. Let's hear about this. Let's hear about this shit. Remember, guys, last week TNA at this particular time was having complete technical difficulties trying to get people to watch their show. So here's
That's
the
where
ratings.
It's time for the ratings. Starting off with TNA Impact. Tuesday's technically difficult semi-live Impact drew 210,000 viewers. Wednesday's Makeup Replay drew 117,000. SmackDown did 2.073 million, up from 1.996 million the week previous. And finally, Raw drew 3.467 million, up from 2.97 million, which is up by 17% from the week previous.
That's a huge jump, by the way. Huge. 500,000 people tuned back in because A, there are no NBA Finals to compete with it, and B, because Raw actually got good because Roman's not champ.
I was gonna say. So, do you want us to go ahead and say there's a correlation here for Dean that will benefit him, or do you have to wait and see?
You gotta wait a week because that
Correlation for the title change, not for Dean.
I don't know. We'll see because the finals being done and a lot of people being bored, looking for something to watch. Wait a week, and then I'll believe it.
All right, so let's do some birthdays, and that's going to be Dog's job.
Alrighty then. Happy birthday on June 15th to Brad Armstrong, to Scott Norton, and to Chuck Palumbo. I believe these were some of the birthdays we did not get to last week. Happy birthday on the 16th to Masada, to Peye Primo, to the Ultimate Warrior as well. I probably fucked up the French name. I don't know what else to do. I'm not French. Happy birthday on the 17th to Bam Neely and to
They
the
call Bam.
one and only Minoru Suzuki, leader of Suzuki Gun. Happy birthday on the 18th to Vito Lagrasso and to Mitsura. I always fuck his name up. To Masawa.
Misara.
Mitsuharu.
Yes, Mitsuhara.
Mitsuharu. Happy birthday on the 19th to El Connect, to Tyson Ducks, and to Wahoo McDaniel. Happy birthday on the 20th to Coco Beware, and to the one and the only, the legendary voice of TNA Wrestling, Don West. He's got some rookie cards to sell you, I'm sure, on somewhere late night TV. Happy birthday on the 21st to Matt Stryker. That's the striker with the STRY. He was an independent wrestler. Happy birthday on the 22nd to the leader of Los Ingobernables de Japón, Tetsuya Naito, and also to John, the man of 1,000 gimmicks, Tenta. Earthquake, Shark, there's like way too many to list. Happy birthday on the 25th to Layla, to Hiroki Goto, and to Mark Haskins. Happy birthday on the 26th to JJ Dillon. Happy birthday on the 28th to Hide and Rape.
I didn't even notice them making that switch.
Michael
Happy
don't
birthday
make fun of that. Michael Cole never recovered.
It really is Heidenreich's birthday on the 28th.
I just like the name, though. Just thought it was funny.
Too bad he retired like 7 years ago, because I would like to see him come back.
Does Cole still get the cold sweats when remembering that episode?
Fuck, we didn't celebrate Don West's birthday yesterday. Shit.
Damn it.
That's
No.
disappointing.
And then Serena Deeb on the 29th.
Yeah, sorry. Serena Deeb, also on the 29th. Those are your birthdays for, like, the last 2 weeks.
And now it is last week in wrestling with Mega BR.
Yes, last week in wrestling history, circa 1957, where Cyclone Ayana defeats Tor Yamada for the NWA Southern Junior Heavyweight title in Birmingham, Alabama. Jump to 1971, where Sunny Warcloud and Stephen Littlebear defeat Ripper Collins and Mad Dog Maine to win the NWA Hawaii Tag Team title in Honolulu, Hawaii. And in 1989, WCW held the Clash of the Champions 7 in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. Nicknamed Guts and Glory, the show was aired live on TBS, drawing a 3.8 rating. The Ding Dongs, masked wrestlers who came to the ring with bells on their outfits, ringing larger bells as they came to the ring, defeated Cougar J and George South on that particular card. And that was this
The
weekend
Ding Dongs.
wrestling history.
I remember the Ding Dongs.
One quick note about that. Clash of the Champions apparently has been, WWE filed for the trademark for that again. So, just a little note
Hopefully
there.
we get to see that. All right, so happy trails. Happy trails to Chris Warren, the singer of DX theme, who passed away at the age of 49. And also somber happy trails to Gilberto Gypsy Joe Melendez, who passed away at the age of 82. For years, he was known as the oldest active pro wrestler, having his last match in 2011 at the age of 76.
The Chris Warren thing, did his cause of death get revealed yet?
I have no idea. However, what should we watch this week in wrestling? Let's start with Yankum.
I fucking knew you were going to do that. How did you know I wasn't prepared?
Because you're usually not prepared, and I can predict things.
How about here we go. Speaking of old wrestlers, Clash of the Champions 9 from 1989. Ric Flair versus Terry Funk in an I Quit match.
Oh no, the I Quit match. Oh, I love that match. Whatchamacallit? I think Funk turns face at the end or something like that, and like retires there on the spot or something. It's a great match. I love it. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
My personal favorite, an oldie but goodie, the main event of WrestleMania 20, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels and Chris Benoit. And no, that's not my favorite because, well, no, never mind. Fuck it.
Victor Von Doom, what should we watch this week of wrestling?
Right now, all I'm aware of is tomorrow night on NXT, Finn Balor versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
That's
Right?
not the match.
Fuck. That's fucked up.
Vassar, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Because somebody had to mention Heidenreich at the birthdays. Undertaker versus Heidenreich in their casket match at Royal Rumble 2005. I don't remember if it was good, but
Oh God!
It's hilariously bad.
it was probably pretty bad, yeah.
The Croc, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
Hogan Omega ladder match Dominion. Kenny dies.
Oh God, yes, that match. Save us, dog. What should we watch this week in wrestling?
Also from NGPW and JPW, fuck it. Junior heavyweight title match, Kushida, Will Ospreay. It was great.
Omega, what should we watch this week in wrestling?
I would say the Diss the Diva segment from the 2004 Diva Search. You might remember the first one that was televised, the one with Christy Hemme as the winner. Of course, the Diss the Diva segment was notorious for needing heavy use of the censure button.
Wow. Oh dear Lord, yes, I remember that. All right, so I guess that leaves Jester.
Yeah, I'm going to wimp out a little bit and go back to my DVD collection. The 3-disc Owen Heart of Gold featuring Owen Hart. One of my favorite matches on here is the IC strap match on Wrestling Spotlight of August 28th, 1993. Owen versus Shawn Michaels.
Oh man, I'm having a real hard time picking something.
Just fucking pick something. God damn it.
What?
No one even picked anything from TLC yet, so.
All right, fine. You can watch
TLC didn't happen yet, though, dog.
Oh, wait, not even back.
You know
We
what?
could
Fine.
do
I'll
the,
pick something from TLC.
No, well, no, I
Light
was just
special.
going to pick the goddamn ladder match.
Sorry,
Jesus fucking
guys.
Christ.
Roman just stopped by.
You're right. I should have went
it.
with Waterfalls. Waterfalls. That's my pick for TLC.
Waterfalls. Yes. No. No scrubs. No
Don't
scrubs.
go chase.
Oh, dear Jesus, no!
Get him out. Get him out.
Relax. No.
Get this hothead out of here.
All right.
You be careful or you'll be next.
No, he is next. There.
For those
Who's
of
next,
you who are
Goldberg?
not, for those of you not in the Discord channel right now, there is a kicking war going on.
Yep. There's more kicking going on than the soccer around the world happening. I'm just saying.
What's soccer?
Oh God. Just watch the Money in the Bank match. It was fun. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was the best thing I watched this week in wrestling, to be honest. Beyond Dean Cashigan.
What's soccer? Ask Lawler.
Oh.
Something
Okay.
to do on a field.
On
Sort of like
that
All right. On that note, we're done. On that bombshell, we're going to get out of here. Thank you all for listening. You can check us out online, smarksnark.com, twitter.com/smarksnark, facebook.com/smarksnark. You give us a phone call, 812-408-9666 or 812-408. Woo! Thank you all for listening, and we wish you well in your past, present, and future endeavors.
wellness policy, Samoa.
Vicky, please come back.
Oh, I can't wait for the Vicky segment next week.
Samoa removed. All it took was drugs. Hashtag New Eat Order.
Where's Easy E? God damn it!
Good night, dead horse.